Hi, my name is Lamb. This is 98 Real Estate VA. Hope y'all doing good out here. For any newcomers, I really appreciate you watching this video and joining this channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. For anybody else out there that's sticking with me, this is video 3. I really appreciate you watching the other videos. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and show love. I appreciate it. I appreciate you in this journey with me, and the reassurance that we can do this together. With that being said, I am tired. I am very tired. It's about 12:30 in the morning. I got to be up for work at about 5:30 a.m. So, like I said, we're in this journey together. I'm tired. You're tired. We're all tired. But it is work to be done. So, how to save, why to save, and tips on saving. The first tip I have for you today is get rid of your pet. If you have a pet and you get rid of it, you will save money. You don't have to feed it. You don't have to take care of it. You don't have to buy it food and toys or whatever you do with pets. I don't have pets. I haven't had a pet since I was 6. Definitely do not finance a dog with your boyfriend or girlfriend. That is not a good idea. Do not take out a loan for a pet. I know some people, they need their pets, and I want you to consider your wants versus your needs. Do you need this animal? And before you try to take care of another living, breathing, eating, drinking thing, make sure you take care of yourself first. You are not helping anybody if you are helping an animal and you cannot help yourself. I'm not saying don't get a pet forever. I'm just saying hold off. If you got a pet, maybe you can co-share your pet. Give it away for a year and get it back, and hopefully you don't have to go to court to try to get your animal back. But get rid of your pets. That's a good way to save money. Learn to say no. This does not just apply with saving. It applies in a lot of aspects in life. Learn to say no. When people ask to borrow money, no. When people ask for rides, no, you don't have the gas. Learn to say no. That is the biggest thing that can help you. I promise you, you are not that bad for saying no. You are taking care of yourself. Like I said about the animals, how can you take care of other people if you cannot take care of yourself? That is the blind leading the blind. You have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you can save others. Tell people no. While you are telling people no, stop giving gifts. Stop giving gifts for anniversaries, birthdays, graduations, baby showers, Valentine's Day, Christmas. Stop giving gifts. People are going to think you're crazy. People are going to get upset. I do not care. I promise you are not a villain. I have done the same thing. I'm not saying permanently do it. You can do it if you can stop doing it permanently if you want to. I'm just saying temporarily until you get your situation together. You cannot help other people if you cannot help yourself. So tell them that their gift to you is that you are getting your finances straight. You will never have to ask them to borrow money again. That is my gift to you. So if you are going to buy a gift, some people can't stomach up the courage to do that. So if you're just a loving, caring person and you have to give people items to express your love, make sure they are cheap, $10 or less. Do stuff that's free. Write a card. When it's time to give the speech, be the first person to give the speech. Give a toast. Shout people out on Facebook, Instagram, social media. I don't know if people still make flippergrams, make a flippergram, post pictures, but don't give people gifts and you will save a lot of money. If your relationship with somebody is predicated on how much money you spend on them, that is not a healthy relationship. That is a toxic relationship. I do not want you around those people anyway. So if anybody feels like they are obligated or entitled, because we come from a time where a lot of people feel entitled, people around you feel like you are or they are entitled to a gift, direct them to this video because you do not owe them anything. Don't go to the grocery store hungry. buy what you need and get out. Make sure you eat before you go. Make sure you make a list. I would suggest going to the same grocery store. That way you know where everything is. Not only will you save time, you will save money. Stop your retirement plan. I learned this from Dave Ramsey. A lot of people don't agree with it, and I think it's because he doesn't really further go into detail about the stop the retirement plan. I would not say stop it completely. I would say stop it under certain circumstances. Me, for example, I work for the government. They match us dollar for dollar for the first 3% we put in. The fourth and 5%, they match us 50 cents on the dollar. So if I was ever in a crisis where I really needed to save money, I would bring my retirement down to 5%. That way, at least I still get the match. You don't want to give up that free money. That's free money, 100% return on your investment for the first 3%. But anything above that, you are not, or in my case, anything above that 5%, I cannot afford to save that right now. If you have other stuff going on, if your lights are about to get shut off, or you don't have an emergency fund, you don't know how you're going to pay this bill, you have quarterly bills, you got to get your oil changed, taxes, stuff like that, you do not need to be putting money in retirement. If you cannot live today, why are you worried about money for living for tomorrow? You might not make it till tomorrow. And then a lot of people, they stack up this money in their TSP, and then they take it out, they get taxed, and they get penalized for taking it out early. So do not put money, you don't invest money that you don't have. So basically a retirement is an investment. So don't invest money that you cannot afford to put away for years and years and years. So if you have a retirement plan and your retirement plan doesn't have a company match, which I don't think is too common anymore, most of them do, but if your company or your retirement plan through your bank, if it's no match, stop it. That's a good way to save you some money. Next, buy clothes from the thrift store, buy clothes from Walmart. Share clothes with friends. Take it back to middle school, high school. If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. Save money. At the end of the day, if you look good, you feel good, and most of the time it doesn't matter anyway, the designer, all of this stuff. I know I'm saying that I'm wearing polo. I don't know if people still consider that high end or whatever, but my mom got me this shirt from the thrift store for I think about $2. So go to the thrift store, go to Walmart, and if you can, you know somebody that wear the same sizes as you, share. We all in this together. If their hygiene is good and it's not going to cause rifts in your friendship, share clothes if you have to. Share dress, share outfits. That's a good way to get it done. So I hope you aren't going out to too many restaurants because you are broke. Broke people don't go to restaurants. But if you do find yourself in a predicament where you are at a restaurant or feel you need to go to a restaurant, I got this from Lynn Allure and she got it from somebody else. She's a YouTuber, so I heard it on her channel. She said order the soup. So that way, opposed to getting the main entree and you're somewhere where dinner is really expensive, really anywhere is too expensive to be spending money. Most places at a restaurant is too expensive. So if you can get the soup for cheaper, get the soup. And I would say get a water with lemons. Some places you go, they charge you $2.99 unlimited refills, $2.99 every time you go to a restaurant. That really adds up throughout the end of the year. And if you want to save even more money, do not go out to restaurants. Okay, so this is a good one. I haven't heard too many savings videos say this, but this is something I thought of. Utilize the daylight. So let's say you're off work and you sit at home all day and you sit in your room and you are watching Netflix, and then all of a sudden you get up, it's 7 o'clock, 7:30 at night, you go in your kitchen, the first thing you do is turn on the light and you look for something to eat or you start cooking. So if you have the time and you can allocate this in some kind of way that makes sense, do not wait till it's nighttime to cook dinner. if you're sitting home all day anyway, or if you just have that time, start cooking at 4 o'clock, 4:30. Open up the blinds in the kitchen and use the daylight to cook. So that way, when it's nighttime and when you don't need the daylight anyway, you could be in the room watching Netflix, eating dinner in the dark, and you don't have to be in the dark while the daylight is out, and then use the artificial light that costs you money to make you food. So you can apply this with many other areas in your home. I think the easiest way to do it is in the kitchen. So utilize your daylight. Next, use cash. I got this from Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey has a plan called the envelope system. It's basically you take your whole paycheck and you put the money in the envelopes, and whatever you budgeted out for each month, you have an envelope for rent, you have an envelope for food, water, any expenses that you can pay cash. A lot of people pay with online payments or debit cards, credit cards, all that stuff. But anything you can pay cash, especially when you are spending money as a consumer. Stuff that aren't your necessities. According to what he says, I haven't done too much research on this, but it is a disconnect. And just if you think about it, it does make sense. It's a disconnect from when you use a card versus when you use cash. When you use your card, you give them your card, you give them this piece of plastic, they hand you your card back, and they hand you your food. So, from what he says, it is scientific studies that show since you don't really see the exchange, you haven't lost anything. It is a disconnect that you have spent money. Or when you're online shopping, is when you spend cash, it is like it's cash. It is an emotional. It actually responds and triggers in your brain. You have a response that happens when you spend cash. When you spend electronic payments or you spend on card, that does not happen. It's a disconnect. When you're online shopping, it almost doesn't even feel real that you're using money. So make sure you use cash. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody who stuck it out to the end. Thank you for watching the other videos. I have more videos to come. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I apologize for the video quality, but we are talking about savings, and this is what I got. So sometimes when you're saving money, you have to work with what you got. I do plan to upgrade in the future, and so hopefully I will upgrade soon. But for now, this is what we have. I hope you can look past the video quality and actually soak up some knowledge and pay attention to all the good stuff I said. And hopefully you can see yourself saving and your finance improving. I believe in you. All right, bye.